Alright, how's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys. And today what I have for everyone is my follow-up video on the LG G6. This is follow-up video number 2. And this is after 2 months of usage. Now, let me just get a few things out the way first. A lot of the things from my 1 month follow-up still stand, but there are some key areas that fell a little short. So again, I want to reiterate, the build quality on the LG G6 is good. The performance overall on the LG G6 is good. Alright, still have no issues with the day-to-day performance. No issues whatsoever. So everything still running smooth like a champ. Now, that being said, let's dive into some of the issues that I've run into on the LG G6 after 2 months of usage. Alright, and there's really only one major issue. Now, a few days ago, I think it was the 6th. It's either the 6th or the 8th. I got up, I was using my device like normal, then all of a sudden, the fingerprint sensor stopped working. I'm tapping it. I was sitting there tapping it, because the screen is off. I'm putting my finger on it, and it's not working. So I double tap the display to turn it on, and I get a notification. Fingerprint sensor unable to be used. If problem persists, please restart your phone. I'm like, okay. So I'm steady doing it, and the same notification is steady coming up. So I'm like, okay, I'll restart the phone. I restarted the phone, and everything that has to pertain with the fingerprint sensor disappeared in its entirety. Alright? Now, typically, when the fingerprint sensor is working how it's supposed to, you get a fingerprint sensor shortcut underneath security right there. It'll be right there underneath security. Or you could just put it into the search box, fingerprint sensor, and it will pop up. But as you can see, I just put it in, and absolutely nothing. So I'm like, wow, it's kind of weird. So kept restarting my phone. Eventually, it started working again. I restarted my phone. It popped up. It said, fingerprint sensor unable to be used. Please input your password or your swipe pattern before you, which is needed after you restart the device. Then it popped up. Then it was working. And I'm thinking, okay, that was very strange. Then, yesterday, the problem started again. Alright? And I'm thinking, okay, are we going to have to do this? Are we going to have to keep doing this? So I'm restarting the phone, and nothing. And so, finally I just got fed up, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to take it up to the T-Mobile store, see what we could do. So I called the T-Mobile store in my area, and I let them know the problem that I was having, and they said, bring it up to the store so they could see the problem firsthand, and if they deemed that it was by no fault of water damage or anything like that, then they'll replace the device. So A little bit later on today, I will be taking this bad boy up to the T-Mobile store and probably going through the exchange process. Okay? Because that is extremely weird. Extremely weird. Now, if I get a close-up on the fingerprint sensor, you can see it's still perfect. No scratches, no nothing. Just a lot of fingerprints from continuous use. The phone itself, still in perfect condition. No scratches, no dents. It really only went without a case for 2 days of its life. And I got a little something on the side there. I got to clean that off. But the phone itself is still in perfect condition. So I'm not sure what happened there. But again, I will be taking it up to the T-Mobile store later on to see about getting an exchange. That being said, this pretty much puts me off LG in their entirety. Okay? Like I said before in my unboxing of the G6, I had a Nexus 5X, also made by LG, mysteriously ran into problems after the 2-month mark. Had to go through a whole bunch of returns with that bad boy before I decided to let it go. I had a Nexus 4, mysteriously cracked and stopped working, also made by LG. Couldn't really do anything about that because that one was bought unlocked and there was no warranty on it. So, when I got the G6, I was extremely skeptical because I haven't had the most reliable run with LG devices pretty much at all. So, and this just confirms it for me. So, after I go through the exchange process, and I finish paying off the device, I have a little bit more left to go before my equipment installment plan is finished. I will be letting this device go. Granted, whoever picks it up from me will get a brand new G6. I doubt that other than reactivating it in the store that I'll probably fire it up again. So whoever decides to pick it up from me, you'll get a brand new G6 along with all of the accessories that I've done videos on. So you'll get this case here. Now, this case has been through it. You see it broke a little bit. It's been through it. Because I tend to be, I'm very careful on my devices, but my accessories, it's another story. But it still works. I also have another clear case over there as well. And I also have a tempered glass screen protector. Now I did have two, but I noticed that I got some lint underneath my screen protector one day, and I went to take it off to clean it, and as I was taking it off, I cracked the corner. So now I could have left it on, but after a while it started to irritate me, so I just took it off. And then I thought, well, I don't want to put the other one on because what if something similar happens? So that's why I went from using the clear case and the screen protector to using this guy again. Because this is just maximum protection. Granted, I haven't actually dropped the device or anything like that. And again, as I've said, it's still in pretty much brand new condition with no issues, as you can see. But especially with a device that's worth this much, protection is a must. Because this bad boy is $500 right now at T-Mobile. So protection is a must. So whoever does decide to pick up the G6 from me, you'll get this case, you'll get the other clear case, you'll also get the tempered glass screen protector, and I'll even throw in the wireless charger as well, one of the wireless chargers as well, because after that I'll only have one other phone with wireless charging, and I have a bunch of turbochargers and rapid chargers, and it charges way faster than wireless charging. So although it's convenient and I don't have to wrestle with cables, I'll just plug it in from now on. So whoever picks up the G6 from me, I don't even know if y'all will ever come across my YouTube channel or my coverage on the G6, but you will be getting pretty much every accessory that I reviewed for the G6 on my channel, as well as the G6 itself, and it will be fully unlocked. But that being said, that's why I call this a follow-up. You might as well shift it over to wrap-up. That being said, guys, my overall experience with the G6 was really, really good. When everything worked the way it was supposed to, it was a phenomenal device. Very fast, fluid. It's still very fast and fluid, and I still have no issues with it, aside from the fingerprint sensor on the device not working. Now, I will post, I did take a short video clip when everything happened, because I was like, nah, that's crazy, and let me just record it real quick, just in case it doesn't happen again, or if it does happen again. So I do have video documentation of the error happening. So there is that, and it did happen again, but I didn't have any of my smartphones on camera to catch it on hand to catch it the second time. But now the fingerprint sensor is not working at all in its entirety. Now, some of you guys may say, well, technically the rest of the device is still performing up to par. You just no longer have a functioning fingerprint sensor. And I can indeed show you guys that the fingerprint sensor is no longer functioning. Let me show you how you do this. So, if you ever run into issues with your device where you think something is not working up to snuff, let me show you how you would diagnose it, other than just trying to figure out what's going on, testing it a bunch of times, restarting your device. If you go in here, at least on the G6 itself, you see it says down in the corner, test hardware. You click on that, and this is a testing area for everything, pretty much every sensor in the G6 here. And so I was like, wow, because I noticed that earlier, but I was like, okay, I've never actually used it. And since the fingerprint sensor wasn't working, I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. So I came in here and clicked test. And as you can see, the test is going to run, and it's going to come back unresponsive. Now, I tested it again, and it told me to contact customer service representative. So you can see there, not responding. Right there. And then, if I test it again, you're going to see it's going to say, please contact customer service representative, or something along those lines. You can see it right there, contact customer service center. So that was pretty much just icing on the cake for me, proof that the fingerprint sensor on the G6 is in fact not working properly. So that's it, man. That pretty much brings an end to my LG G6 coverage. And again, I know some of you guys may be saying, well, yo, technically you still have a functioning, properly working device, with the exception of the fingerprint sensor is not working properly. And to that, I would say, yeah, you're right, you're correct. But the thing is, this device, right now, today, you could pick it up from T-Mobile, You could pay the flat out cost of $500 and have it unlocked, and then it's yours. I could have did that, but then I thought to myself, let me see what this equipment installment plan is all about. Let me see how that works. Now, generally, I try to shy away from those, but let me just try this one time. So I did. So yeah, I could have bought it flat out and then it would have been mine, but then I would have only had 1 year of warranty from LG themselves. And the thing about that is, and again, I reiterate, I've had a lot of LG devices. I've dealt with the warranty department for LG before. And this is not to say that LG's warranty department is bad, but I just didn't like the experience that I had. That does not say in any way, shape, or form that I had a bad experience with customer support or a bad experience with technicians. No, they all did their jobs beautifully. What bothers me, and I'm pretty sure it's similar with the G6 here, what bothers me is that particularly when you send your device in for repairs with LG, the reps and the technicians, they're only allowed to say, what they're supposed to say. In particular, with the 5X, spoke to the technician, and no, I didn't speak to the technician, I spoke to the representative, and this is after like the third time. I told him, when the device stopped working, I told him, so what can we do to make sure that, I get a proper working device and I don't have these issues again. And all he could really tell me is that that's up to the discretion of the technician. And I'm like, can you leave the technician a note? Can you let him know that this is the third time that this device has been in for repair, the same exact repair, and I'm still having those issues? And pretty much he just repeated the same thing. It's technically up to the technician. He can't do any other thing other than that. And I'm like, well, fine. And I'm pretty sure that if I had bought the G6 outright and had to deal with LG's warranty again, I'm pretty sure it would be a good experience again. And I'd probably run into the same thing again, where I'm speaking to customer service and he tells me it's up to the discretion of the technician. That being said, that was one of the key factors why I decided to go with the EIP, equipment installment plan, through T-Mobile instead of buying the device outright. Because now, not only do I have warranty through T-Mobile on the device, I also still have that warranty with LG on the device. And now, it's much better for me to take it up to the T-Mobile store and get it dealt with than have to mail it back to LG themselves and then wait, track the order, track the repairs, have it shipped back out, pick it back up. It's much easier for me and much more convenient just to take it back down to the T-Mobile store, have them diagnose the issue. Might have to pay a small fee and then get a new device. Much easier that way. That's one of the reasons why I decided to go with the equipment installment plan. It's not because I had a bad experience with LG's warranty department. It's just that I understand that at the end of the day, there's only much you could say when you're in customer service and customer support, because I did do customer service at one point. So I understand there's a script that you're supposed to stick to. Now you can spin it however you want to spin it, because you got to be courteous. You can't be rude to the customers on the other end of the line, but there's a certain script that you have to stick to. That's why I completely understood what the customer service representative was saying when I did deal with the LG warranty department. And again, I said they did a great job. I just don't want to have to deal with that irritation again. This is why, again, I went through T-Mobile, got the equipment installment plan, because now T-Mobile acts as the middleman for that process. Where I deal with T-Mobile, T-Mobile deals with LG. That's the way I would prefer to have it. Okay? Because now, when I have an issue, I make a phone call, I take it up to the store. As opposed to making a phone call, sitting on the phone for like 10, 15 minutes. Then I got to get return labels and packages and go down to the post office, mail it out. That's a whole bunch of extra steps for me as opposed to just going up to the store. So, wow, this got really long, guys, and I apologize, but this pretty much brings a conclusion to my LG G6 coverage. And again, I know some of y'all may be saying the fingerprint sensor is not that important. And you're right, it's not. But when you factor in the overall price of the device, I mean, it's $500, guys. And that's straight from T-Mobile. Now, granted, you could probably get it from other places used for like $500, like $400 or $480. That's not gonna come with warranty, if it comes with any at all. And you know, if something does break later on down the line, well then you just SOL. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to doing it this way, if something breaks, you go in, you pay a small deductible, a small fee, so they can ship it out, send you a new one, and you back up and running. It was a similar situation to when I had my S3. I think the deductible on that was $100. I sent it in. They sent me another one the next day, and I was up and running. So it's a lot much more convenient to do it through a carrier and on an equipment installment plan, because then if something does happen, you have that insurance there, and they can get you back up and running as quick as possible. And that's really important, especially if you do a lot of business from your smartphone. If you're running a small business and you need your smartphone, because it's not only the way that you interact with your customers, but it's also the way that you send emails and do things of that nature. Your smartphone then becomes your mobile office device. So being able to get back up and running quickly through a carrier and having that equipment installment plan with protection, that's very important, as opposed to buying devices outright where you pretty much only have the warranty from the manufacturer, if warranty is offered at all. And again, you have to be mindful when you're buying unlocked devices that they do come with warranty, because nowadays when you look online, a lot of these devices say international, no warranty, or they have limited warranty from the manufacturer, and that only covers a certain portion of the device, and there's a whole bunch of hoops there. So yes, buying an unlocked device is more convenient, and it makes the resale value later on go up, because then you know your device is unlocked for GSM carriers. So you, pretty much when you're reselling it, you just say you drop your SIM in, you program APNs, and you're on your way, as opposed to having a carrier locked device. Then you got to tell the people you sell it to, this is only locked to this carrier. So, you know, it's going to cut out a big portion of who you're able to sell the device to. But if you have a carrier locked device and you're paying on a plan, a monthly plan, and I'm talking about a monthly plan for the device, not for your service, then you're most likely going to have protection for if something goes wrong with your device. So again, this brings it into my LG G6 coverage. Sorry if this video turned out to be a little long. I just wanted to give y'all my full experience and let y'all know some of the hoops that you have to go through when you're dealing with things like this. So I'm sorry if it's a little long, but as I always say, I'd rather do it for you guys now so you know exactly what you have the potential to get into before you spend your hard-earned money, as opposed to you doing it and not having something documented for you to see, and then you kind of get blindsided by it. Alright, so I know it's a little long, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's going to help some of you guys out. And again, I know there was a lot of negatives in this video, but in no way, shape, or form does that mean that the LG G6 is a bad device. Other than the fingerprint sensor not working, it's been a phenomenal device. Is it worth $500? No, not in my opinion. Not in my opinion. Now, if you have $500 to spend and you're looking for a flagship with a ton of features, yeah, go ahead and pick it up. But if you're a little bit strapped for cash and you want a flagship, you can go with something else and save yourself a ton of money and still have the same features, similar to what I said in the G6 review, part 2 of the G6 review. So I'm not gonna repeat that. Just go and check that out if you guys want. That's up on the channel right now. But again, yeah, so that pretty much brings it in to my G6 coverage. And you know, guys, this is pretty much it for me. Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. That's right, guys. So from this day forward, there most likely will not be any LG products on the channel. And it's not because they make bad products or bad devices. No. I think LG, and keep in mind this whole video is based on my opinion. I think LG needs to really work on their quality control. Quality control. Much like Samsung, when they had their whole battery debacle, and now they have a whole 8-point system for testing their batteries, LG needs to develop a better system for testing their quality control. Okay? Because I've had other devices with fingerprint sensors last way longer. I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying to be respectful. Last way longer than 2 months. Or a month and some change. It's 2 months today, but I started having this issue a few days ago. But I've had devices with fingerprint sensors last way longer than 2 months. Okay? As I said, I have an S6 Edge Plus over there from Samsung. Alright? That device has been used heavily. Now I got it used. So it was used heavily before I got it. And it's being used heavily by me now. Still running like a champ. No issues with the fingerprint sensor, anything like that. Okay? I had the Moto G5 Plus for a while. No issues with the fingerprint sensor or anything like that. I had the Moto G4 and the Moto G4 Plus. Again, no issues with the fingerprint sensor or anything like that. And I had these devices for extended periods of time. I had the iPhone 6, no issues. I had the Droid Turbo, no issues. And all of these things I've had for an extended amount of time with no issues. But it seems to me that every time I pick up an LG device, I run into an issue. So this is why, again, I say in my opinion, and I'm going to try and wrap this up, guys. There's a little bit of a rant here. I apologize. This is why I say, in my opinion, LG needs to go back to the drawing board and work on their quality control. Alright? And if you guys agree with me, please give this video a thumbs up. Share this video around. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know how the whole thing goes. But, again, this does not mean in any shape or form that LG makes bad products or they have bad devices. No, they make really good products and they have really good devices. I just think, again, this is in my opinion, that the quality control aspect is missing. Okay? Quality control. These components need to be thoroughly tested before they put into a device and sent out to the users. Okay? That also being said, y'all could work on some of y'all warranty. Okay? Quality control. Alright guys, I'm so sorry that this video took so long, but there was a lot of stuff to cover in my opinion, and you guys know there's no script. I push record and y'all pretty much know how I feel about a device throughout the length of the video. So anyways guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please help your boy out and give it a thumbs up. That's really going to help me out. You don't know how much. If you want to see more raw, uncut content like this, please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click off the little notification bell icon right next to it so you make sure you get notified when I post new videos. Alright guys, all links to where to purchase the LG G6 will be down below, along with the cases and any accessories that I have reviewed on the channel will be down below as well. Again, and as always, if y'all know anyone out there looking for some quality devices and products at some really great prices, please share with them my channel, because I'm doing this for everyone, because we all deserve the best. Alright, I hope everyone has a great day, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Oh, and this whole video was being recorded on the 8 megapixel camera on the Moto G4 at 720p resolution at 30 frames. So please let me know how the audio sounds, and please let me know how the picture looks. Alright everyone, I hope everyone has a great day, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace.